Alright guys, so welcome to today's character editor video. Right, in today's character editor video, we will start, what is this? With, making those buttons clickable and making the click result in you actually wearing the hat, alright? And we are going to try to create a data store as well. But yeah, let's do that. So what you want to do, you want to go inside of, where is it? Yeah, right here. And then you want to add okay, it is already in here. So, remote, fire server, apply here. Wait. Let's actually do it this way. Look. So, Chilled Wolf in the comment section has suggested that instead of having multiple arguments, I just have one argument, which contains all of the arguments I wanted to add. So, like this way. So task, apply here. And then the here you want to apply is going to be the name. Or the button's name, let's say. Which is the same, but yeah. So what happens right here is that we are referring to this remote event. And we are doing this fire server, which, as you guys know, fire server is this remote event. This will lead to a reaction of this server script right here. And the server script then is going to clone the accessory out of this folder into this dummy right here. And then we have representation of hair. That's basically how it works. So if arc now wait, this is wrong. Sorry for that. Remote on server event connect function. So this is basically the event. So this on server event right here, which happens when this remote event has been fire servered. So when this remote event has been fire servered, we receive the player who has fire servered, but we also receive the arguments which have been added into here. Formerly, I've used to put multiple arguments in here, but since Chilled Wolf has told me to not do that and instead just have one single argument, which contains a lot of multiple ones, I'm gonna do this. So basically what you want to do is that you have one argument right here now, and then if you want to refer to the task, for example, or to the hair, all you gotta do is this. Okay, so I think that this is way better, but I don't know why I did not use this before, but yeah. So if the task is to apply the hair, then we want to do the following. So we first of all want to check if yeah, find first child of class accessory, and okay, now things are going to become a little bit more complicated, but I hope that this is fine. Wait. Alright, there we go. Okay, so here we go. Let me explain what we're doing right here. So when we want to apply the hair, we have to delete the hair which was there formerly. That's the reason why we're checking if there is any existing hair inside of that character model. And we do this by not by going to inside of the player's character, but inside of this dummy's character. Wait. Workspace dummy. Workspace dummy. There we go. Alright, so we are basically going into the character of this dummy, and we are checking if there is any other accessory instance inside of here. If that is the case, then we still cannot tell whether this is the hair or not, because it might be that we want to add an accessory customization later on inside of the series as well. And, when we want to add that, then we are still working with accessories, although we are not using the accessories for the hair, but for the accessory itself. Alright, that's the reason why we cannot really tell with an accessory being in here that this accessory has to be the hair. It can also be a random ass accessory we've added through the customization. That's the reason why we have to take a look whether this accessory or this accessory's name can be found inside of the hair folder. So this hair folder, as you guys know, is this folder right here, which contains all of the hair. And we are basically looking whether there is an instance inside of here which has the same name as this accessory we have now picked out. And if that is the case, then we can tell that this accessory is part of this hair, or is a hair, and then we can destroy it. Now, I see one problem with this. Imagine we had two accessories in here. So the hair first of all, and then the accessory itself. Then this system wouldn't work because it picks out the first child of class. So it would then, let's say that the accessory would be the first child on this list. Then it would pick out the accessory, and then the check would fail because it is not part of the hair. And then, yeah, and then the hair is still in here, you know. So what we're gonna do instead is that we want to loop through the dummy. So workspace, dummy, get children do. Now, if V is a so we can check whether this is an accessory, or we can do this way faster. So this is more efficient. Look, so we are looping through the dummy right here, okay? And instead of checking whether this instance is an accessory or not, we are just checking whether this instance or this instance's name can be found inside of this hair folder. If that is the case, then we can destroy it, because if it is inside of there, so the name, then we can tell that this has to be hair, you know? Now, apart from that, we want to clone the other hair. So hair to clone. So we want to refer to this hair folder, and then and then find first child, and then the hair which was clicked right here, so the name of it. So we are basically checking if this is, or we are trying to refer to it in the first place. Now we are checking if it is existent. Come on, not hair folder, but hair to clone. And if it is existent, then we want to clone it and put it inside of the dummy right here. Now let's actually check if this works, but it should work. Why did I change this? Well, it looks nice, to be honest. As you can see, it works totally fine. And yeah, now the next step is to actually create a data store for this. But we're going to do that in the next video, guys, because we're now at 8 minutes. Yeah, with that being said, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like, subscribe, share this video to all your friends, leave feedback in the comment section, guys. Take care and see you in the next video.